Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Brink of Speed. My name is Mike, and today we're going to talk about how GM has told us that the mid-engine C8 is coming. And I want to, first of all, recognize the Mid-Engine Corvette Forum, and they are the reason that I have this information. I do have some other sources that I get C8 information from, but the latest has come from the Mid-Engine Corvette Forum. And you should definitely consider joining this forum if you love Corvettes and everything about Corvettes, because these guys are fantastic. In fact, this is the most amazing forum that I've ever been a part of. I am happy to say that you can post questions and comments on this forum, and there is no backlash. You do not get scoffed at. You do not get yelled at. You do not get cussed out. This forum prides themselves in only allowing people to speak nicely to each other, because that's the way it should be done. So anyway, check us out. Check out the MidEngineCorvetteForum.com. You won't regret it if you love Corvettes. So before we jump into the video, I just want to ask you guys a question. Like the thumbnail says, do you think that GM is lying about, the C8 mid-engine Corvette? Do you think that this whole electrical issue that delayed this car was a made-up story, or do you feel like GM is being very truthful? They had an issue, they're fixing it, they're resolving it. It is causing a delay, but basically when they finally release this thing and when we finally see it, which right now the consensus is that we're going to see this probably at the New York Auto Show. If it's not New York, it's going to be something after that, which could possibly be at the Corvette Museum. But right now, the consensus is probably the New York Auto Show. So that's all. I just wanted to ask you guys that question. Leave your feedback in the comment section below, and let's jump into the video. And so the first person that we're going to talk about, though, is actually the new president of GM, Mark Royce. And on April 23rd, 2018, he was standing in front of a row of ZR1s, and it was a press track day at Road Atlanta. And he said that this car, pointing to the ZR1, is the end of the C7, and we are very proud of the C8. So that is our first bit of evidence that we know for a fact the C8 mid-engine Corvette is coming. A few days later, at the 20 years of Corvette racing dinner, Doug Feehan, which is he is the Corvette racing boss that was also at Road Atlanta, he made the statement and said, "Sorry that our two crew chiefs of the C7R are not here tonight, even though they were definitely on the agenda for being here, because they are back at the shop working on the C8R. So there you go. There's the second statement from someone at GM that is helping us understand that this C8 is definitely on its way. Also, Doug Feehan, in a podcast interview with the IMSA on January 3rd, 2019, just a couple weeks ago, stated that the C8 will be the most spectacular Corvette ever built, beyond anyone's wildest dreams. I don't know about you, but that gets me excited big time. It really makes me feel like everything that I have imagined and can think of that this car is going to be is going to come true. It's truly going to be an absolutely amazing machine. We got a little more icing on the cake just a couple of days ago, further supporting that the new Corvette generation is on its way. in the following comment by Ed Wellborn, who also works for GM, and this came from the Wall Street Journal. His quote was, "One of the last cars I worked on at GM was the next generation Corvette, which is not out yet, and I can't wait to get that car. I want it to be silver with a red interior." So right there, that's another statement that just shows you that even people within GM are getting excited about this car. I know in one of my latest C8 videos, I mentioned Bob Lutz, and that he stated that the price of the Corvette is not going to be much more than the current model. And I want to read something that just came out not too long ago in the latest, I believe it was Road and Track, when asked, why does GM build Corvettes the way that they build them, and why are they making a mid-engine C8? And he said, "The why is complex. It has long been the ambition of the Corvette guys to beat the world's best, regardless of price or national origin. The ZR1 is very close, but a mid-engine configuration is needed. Chevrolet is keenly aware of its desired price range. I expect the goal is to sell the C8 version for version at a little more than the C7. The super fast variants will come out 2 to 3 years later and cost more than $100,000, just like today's phenomenal ZR1. The goal, as always with Corvette, is to equal or beat exotics costing many times more. It will be the best value on the planet." So again, we know that Bob Lutz is retired, but we also know just recently we found out that he is actually very involved right now with GM. He's not making any design decisions, but they are asking his advice on quite a few things right now at GM, and especially the C8. So as usual, guys, if you have a comment or a question, leave it in the comments below. Leave me your amazing feedback down there in the comment section. If you have information that you can send my way about what we talked about today, or maybe something else, be sure and email me. My email is always down in the description, but it is brinkofspeed@gmail.com. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. And if you have not joined the Brink of Speed community yet, make sure and hit that red subscribe button and the bell notification so that you're notified when my new content comes out. Other than that, though, you have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will see you out on the road.